This is my coffee flute. I mean, my clarinet.
Good Wednesday and happy noon. Are you making bubbles with your song? You know what this reminds me of? Which Instagram account does it remind you of?
Tuna the dog.
Dude,
that
dog. I do not like mess around on social media, but when I used to, I remember I would go to that account literally just to laugh.
I feel bad for everybody listening on podcast right now because it is seriously something when you see it. For real?
So cute.
Cute is a word that you could use to describe this. Wait, where is it? Where are we? Oh, come on.
Anyways, Tuna the dog.
Oh my gosh.
What a dog. That dog is like a multi-millionaire. This is how I feel about today.
Oh my gosh. All right. If you're listening to this on podcast, you need to go to our YouTube channel right meow, and you need to subscribe so that you can see at least the beginning of these videos and the actual video, because it's really something else is what we're going to call it. Hello to everybody and happy Wednesday. If you remember from last week, we are chatting now on Wednesdays about
a vehicle to help you guys generate your own wealth through education and application between these sessions
of specifically network marketing.
Yeah, network marketing.
Just say it.
So we are affiliated with network marketing. That is one of our businesses, and what we're really passionate with network marketing about is the fact that everybody has in the United States, everybody has an opportunity for anything. But the beauty about network marketing is that it's a very low barrier entry, very low risk entry, and for anybody who hasn't started a business before, there's just a lot of lessons to learn. But as you're learning these things in network marketing, obviously the value of making the mistakes is not as costly as in another business, right?
There's no risk. There really is no risk.
There's no risk. It's just okay,
that doesn't mean that it's easy. It's still a business. You still have to, get good at the skills required to do that. But if you have an entrepreneurial bone in your body, this is just a stupid, easy decision to make as a way to increase your income.
Yeah, as a way to generate. So last week we talked about, the importance of not relying on one source of income.
Did I say easy?
I don't know.
It's not easy, but
no,
it's very much better.
It's not easy. It's just better.
It's a lot better.
But, 2020 has shown us just a real life example of why you should not rely on one source of income. And, the thing with network marketing is that it does not provide you with a wage. It provides you with a profit.
Ooh.
It's like when you're working on your network marketing business, you're working on your fortune. You're not working to get a wage. And that's really the beauty of it. But because you are literally starting a business from zero, it is not going to magically bear fruit overnight.
I'm going to draw a chart. I'm going to draw a graph.
Do it.
I'm going to tap into my inner street and I'm going to draw a graph.
Do it. Do it.
You talk, I shall draw, and I will share after.
Yeah. So, we are affiliated with a network marketing company, and the reality is that you don't have to be affiliated in the same network marketing company as we are. If you are, that's awesome. I mean, I'd encourage you to. We are really passionate about it for our own personal reasons, but everybody has different things that they're passionate about. But, this company is in full alignment with our mission. And, like we've said, our mission is to transform the lives of millions through the same movement, nutrition, lifestyle, and financial habits that have transformed ours. So it is like the synergy of, what we do at Improve You, and the synergy of, these supplements is just like in so much alignment. And also like the core values of our company and their company is in so much alignment. And that's why, we chose to affiliate with them. And today we're going to be talking about, before you join any network marketing company, what are the 3 things that you should watch out for? Because though, we are passionate about X Endurance, you do not have to be passionate about X Endurance. And if our goal is to help you improve your finances and help you to generate more income, like if you're like, dude, I do not care for X Endurance, okay, I didn't say that you can do it with other things, but these are the things that you should watch out for. However, if you are on Team ENS and X Endurance, please go ahead and drop it in the comments. Team ENS, I'd love to see that, because we know that we're building the strongest, biggest, most incredible team ever.
Badassest.
EST. Ali Marine, if you don't have an entrepreneurial bone in your body, you can, what is it? You can grow one by doing it kind of like on the job training.
Yes. You can go pow and it shows up.
Oh, that's how you do it.
If you don't have if you don't look, even if you don't feel like, hey, look, this requires selling. It requires marketing yourself. It requires putting yourself out there. But there's also plenty of introverts who become extremely successful at doing things like this. It's just that, do I want to create a way to generate income that can, here's my graph. This is my graph. There we go. The dotted, I don't know how to make graphs. The dotted line is money. Oops, I made them both solid. This is why Sarit draws graphs and I don't. Okay, pretend that this bottom one was the dotted one and this is the solid one. And the solid line is time and the dotted line is money. Okay.
Oh, okay. Nice.
You spend a lot of time in the beginning, a lot of time. This could be the span of like freaking 4 or 5 years, not making very much money. However, if you keep up with it, you end up making more money
in less time.
and trading less of your time. Wow, this is backwards to me, but it's forward to you guys. So anyways, you get the idea. Look, time, amount of money made. This discourages a lot of people. However,
Can't it happen instantly, you mean?
When you do it right and you just keep plugging away at it. In a CrossFit workout, when there's like all the reps, we just call it a chipper. Because why? You just chip away
at it.
1 rep at a time. It's going to take for Murph. Just chip away at it. Just, 1 chip, you might not see a difference. But if you hit it every time consistently, stuff's going to break in your favor. So what happens is the amount of time you spend, you get to choose no matter what. If you keep spending this amount of time, even when the revenue comes wherever you want it to, it just compounds even harder. But at a real, I don't even want to call a real job. What's a real job? Anyways, at a job where you go into the office or you have to go into the location and you go and you're trading your time for money. And you're constantly trading your time for typically the same amount of money-ish. Occasionally it goes up a little bit, but if you take 2 weeks off and you don't have any PTO and you don't trade your time, you make no money. Well, with this, if you trade enough time for a long enough period of time, you can leave for 2 weeks, you can leave for a month, and you can continue to make the same amount of money and be gone. Now, if you continue working, it's only going to compound more. So it's, you end up making a lot more money than is required of your time if you do it right. Not saying it's easy, requires persistence, but it's worth it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I see a lot of really good comments here. Yeah, this is really, really good. Okay.
Samantha, I hate pushing people. Yeah, we're going to get into sales. Sales is pushy if someone doesn't need it. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. And before we even get to that, I just want to say wherever you go, there you are. And that's why fitness is so important, because if you are good at pushing yourself, you become better at pushing other people. If you do not push yourself, you're not pushing other people. Now, of course, there's always exceptions. So I'm not saying that is you, Samantha, but for the most part, if you're so for me, if you work with me one-on-one, I push you. You know that I push you. And the reason why I feel so good pushing you is because I push myself constantly. If I wasn't okay with pushing myself, there's no way that I'll feel confident pushing you guys. But that's just a thought. Okay.
I want to read David's comment because it reminded me of something that I think is valuable to share.
David is now watching us.
Hold on. This story is valuable to share only for comedic purpose, which is basically, if we're being real, why I show up to this show. So David said that in Ireland, a chipper can be a fast food restaurant or a chippy. Well, in the United States of America, everybody knows what a fanny pack is. But do you know what fanny means in Ireland?
What?
Because I've been to Ireland. I spent 2 weeks there. And they warned me, don't call this a fanny pack. Don't call this a fanny pack. Call this a hip pack. I said, why? I said, it is a derogatory term for vagina. So imagine, and also actually, you've got an invitation back. And also, when I almost broke my ankle, actually. I went in one of the ambulances, green and white, checkered, amazing.
Tanya said, don't do it.
So what had happened here is they were like, where's your ID? My ankle's sideways. I'm like, it's in my fanny pack. So basically I told them, get my ID. You can find it in my pussy pack.
I think, what's her name?
Probably the most amazing story ever. And then I was on crutches for my whole second week in Ireland.
What's her name? We interviewed her. She would appreciate it. CrossFit athlete
from Abbott.
Emily Abbott. Yeah, she would totally appreciate it.
So good. Okay, anyways, carry on. Where were we?
This is a side note, but do you guys know that back in I think it was 1800s, like in anatomy, when, they were doing, in seminars, when they were like drawing the anatomy of a vagina, like they would draw teeth with it. Yeah.
Espresso with Aaron and Sarit, a series of side notes.
A series of side notes.
That's what this episode should be called. A series of side notes. Valuable side notes.
Anyways. Okay, so let's talk about, before you join any network marketing company, what are 3 things that you should consider? And by the way, those are the 3 reasons why we went into it in the first place. like when they made the offer to you, it was kind of like a no-brainer, sign me up, because you knew these 3 things.
I was like, why didn't you tell me beforehand?
If you're the kind of person who is like, okay, I want to, generate another form of income, but my time is limited right now. If you're the kind of person who's like, I want to start, but I'm not sure, like, like who should I back up? That sort of thing. Like, this conversation is going to be very helpful for you. Yeah, Mel O'Connor. Okay, so the first thing,
and so what's today's topic?
So the first thing, and I saw Tiffany mention that in one of her comments, but you have to be a product of the product. And this is something that we always talk about. Like for us, like anybody on our team has to practice what we preach. And that goes to like anything that we do. But, if you're selling something that you're not sold on, it's inauthentic.
Bad juju.
And that's why, like, when people think about sales, they think about the typical like car salesman. And, like with a lot of car salesmen, let's say if you go to like, let's say a Lamborghini shop, right? Like the person can talk about how this car is this, and that. And then it's like, you go to the parking lot and you're like, dude, let me see your car. And he's driving a Honda Civic. Well, clearly you do not practice what you preach, and that goes to like a lot of things.
It's like, oh, I'm going to go to a dentist with busted ass teeth. You don't look like you can help me. And as humans, that's how we operate. Mm-hmm. First thing is visual. That's it. And then it's conversation and connection. But it's like, yeah.
And to be honest, this is probably one of the reasons why you joined our community in the first place, because, like we're very passionate about health and wellness and fitness. And you're like, these girls look like they practice what they preach. Right? Like, so if you're going to back up any company, before you become a distributor, make sure that you try the product, because how the heck are you going to be able to share a story and share about how people don't care about what things they get. People care about the results that they get. Right? So like you can say, oh, this product has this product has this, and this product has this. It doesn't matter, dude. Like, tell them why this is going to change their life. For anybody who's in our Inner Circle program, you joined the Inner Circle program because you knew of the results that you're going to get by joining it. Not because you get this resource and this resource and this resource. It's got this ingredient, that ingredient, and that ingredient. And when it comes to putting things in your body, yes, it's important, but I'm talking about just like big picture selling here. If you're not sold on the product, and if you're not a byproduct of the product, and you share it with somebody else, and they ask you a question, you're gonna like stumble. All right, you lost trust now.
Or if they say, "Hey, what do you take?" and you're like, "Well, actually, I don't." Then they're it's like, well, then why should I?
Yeah, why should I believe you
if you don't?
Right?
Why should I? So yeah. So number one
is try the products first. Make sure that you love the products, that you feel confident sharing a story. Otherwise, you're jumping the gun and it's going to be inauthentic. So that's point number one. Point number two is you want to research the company.
These are the things to do before.
Yeah, you want to research the company. You want to see what they're about, who's working with them, how long they've been around. Because here's the thing: network marketing is becoming one of these shiny objects like Bitcoin because it is such an amazing model. However, most of the network marketing companies out there haven't been around long enough to actually be sustainable. So what happens if, let's say, they didn't follow the entire protocol, or maybe their products just weren't around for a long enough time period to prove themselves, and in a couple of years, the company fails. It doesn't matter how much income you've generated with them. If the company is not there, your income's not going to be there either. So in order to protect yourself, it's better that you back up a company that has been around for a while. And like, I know that a lot of people like are not really into Mary Kay, but something that I do appreciate about Mary Kay is that that company has been around for a really long time, and the mission behind this company is badass. However, I'm not passionate about what they sell, and that's why I don't really relate to that.
Not that it's not good,
right? It's just I'm not passionate about it.
It's not our jam.
Yeah, but you know, X Endurance, like we're talking about health and wellness products. It's like if we are already coaching you through that, and I'm like, there is some things that we can add to your body that are going to help you, then shame on us if we don't share it with you.
Samantha said, how do you sell something when it didn't do anything special for you? I tried Focus and was like, ugh. Hey, that's one thing.
You know what?
That's one thing. And you probably won't be good at selling it.
And right. And here's the thing. I don't like the Focus either. And that's why I never talk about it. But I say most people in our community love it because that's the truth. I personally do not. I think that thing smells like ass.
Sari will never sell Focus. I can sell the shit out of it. Why? Because I actually love it and I drink it every damn day.
Yep.
Every day. Yep. Mixed with the hydro.
Yep.
And I love it. Here's the thing. It's called preference.
Yep.
It's called preference.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's the same with the collagen and greens. You're not a fan of it. I love it. I think it's great. She won't sell the collagen and greens because she doesn't have the
I don't like the flavor profile of it.
She doesn't have the conviction, but it's a preference.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
I don't sell the lean protein a lot either because I love the chocolate better. So here's what I say if somebody asks me something about protein. I give them all of the information. I'm like, I take the chocolate. However, Erin likes to drink the green.
The lean one.
This is what makes the lean difference. This is what makes the, chocolate difference. Based on your goals, you've told me X, Y, Z. I will recommend you that. What would you prefer? Give people choices. That's about being authentic. There
is no denying though, like when it comes to like the tablets, which don't have a taste, you just swallow them. When it comes to like the vitamins and things like that, there is no denying the results that come with that. Yeah. And that doesn't have to be a flavor thing. Mm-hmm. That's just a health, wellness, longevity, maintenance. What's it called when you want to preventative, performance, anti-aging, lower, what's it called? Inflammation. So there's no denying the benefits of those. So we recommend those to people all the time. Yeah. Literally probably at least once a day. But when it comes to flavor of things, yeah, some people don't like the chocolate or the vanilla or the lean or the whatever. But the beauty is that they have so many options so that you can choose, and every single product that they have has a purpose to the ingredients, the amount of each ingredient, and they can answer why they chose to put that much of that ingredient and where it was sourced from. Mm. And they test it before they sell it.
Yeah.
So it's the integrity and the results that we're looking at are what make us so passionate about this one specifically. But we're not talking specifically, in terms of X Endurance. These are just our own personal experience. But this topic is supposed to be just in general. Yeah.
Yeah. The products are amazing. The company is amazing. That company has been around for 20 years. The company started because Sandy wanted to outlive his dad. He
wanted his kids to be the best athletes.
Yeah. So they started with the extreme endurance product. These are products that, have been created by the owner for the owner. And it works. So Olympic athletes started using it. They got better results. It became a big thing for, athletes from all different sports. And then, one thing led to another, one product led to three. I remember when X Endurance was only less than 5 products.
Yeah.
But recently they've grown so much. They now have probably 20? It's crazy. So do you research about the company? If it's a brand new company, I mean, I'm not saying that you can't back it up. Just, one of our mentors always say the quality of your questions will determine the quality of your results. Just, ask other people who are affiliated in it if you don't have enough information,
Tracy asked how young child, teen can use these products. They say 18 and over. That does not mean that they're dangerous to those under 18,
Right.
but that's the politically and legally correct answer, is to consult your physician beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the official answer.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
If we're talking about the ingredients in each of them, will not do harm.
No.
But always talk to your physician. If you're pregnant, same thing.
Yeah. And you guys, the other thing that's really important to note is that when it comes to network marketing, you just know your stats beforehand, because something like, there's two types of people in the world. There's people who are open-minded to network marketing, and then there's people who are just like extremely like closed-minded to it because they had some kind of bad experience.
Turned off.
Now, and this is why leadership is so important. Like, we're not going to tell you, dude, when you join X Endurance, you're going to become a millionaire and you're going to live on an island and like not do shit. What we say is that if you're willing to put in the work and work long enough, hard enough, maybe you will have the opportunity, but you're going to need to grind. But because a lot of people, again, that goes back to selling, are so inauthentic, they give the wrong perception. And we also live in a society where there's no ownership. So let's say if something didn't work as per that person's expectation, it's really easy to blame somebody else or the company or a circumstance, because people lack ownership in general, unless, like you put in the work and, you educate yourself with regards to all things ownership. But this is a matter of self-leadership in general, or the leadership that you have in your life. But, 90% of the people, you guys, who join network marketing end up just remaining customers. Like, not even getting one customer for their entire thing. So, so knowing that, don't have the expectation that it's just going to come to you because you're like, okay, I'm on Team XND. Now, like, the rest is history. Okay, like, you're on Team XND, but now what? It's time to put in the work. Okay.
Samantha asked a good question. I checked the certification on the products and I saw none for 2021. I found 2009, 2018, 2019. Is there a reason why it's not consistent with all the products? That's a great question. That's a great question. My first thought is like, if it's been certified and the formula hasn't changed, then nothing's changed with it. But at the same time, there's been new products since, but certifications of what? Because the whole company itself and all of the products that have been tested, Informed Choice, Informed Sport, which is an Olympic level testing certification, have been on the label of that. Informed Choice, Informed Sport will be on the package.
And also, something to know is, Samantha, this is just me like having a conversation with you because I'm not sure about this, but like, do you know how many times they need to get certified? Because, like, for example, when a doctor becomes an MD, they're an MD for the rest of their lives. So I'm not sure if they need to be certified more than once. This is just my opinion, but you can definitely go ahead and ask that. But we don't have that information. That's a great question, actually. Okay, so you guys, 90% of all of the people who join network marketing end up not even signing one customer. Like, that's just bonkers.
But most of the time it's because they were misled, which we won't do to you. Most of the time it's because they were told, oh yeah, it's going to be easy, because whoever was signing them up just wanted to sign them up. But here's the problem with that is if you have to rope somebody into something, you have to make it look all shiny, flashy, glamorous, and sparkly and smell like roses for them to want to join it, when you know that it does take work. It does require time. It does require patience and persistence and getting outside your comfort zone, just like anything great.
Yep.
Then you end up with a bunch of people that are never going to sell anything because their expectation is that it's this like, oh, it's so easy.
It's like people telling you, oh, you're going to lose all this weight without working out once, without making any sacrifice. It's going to be easy and quick. No,
so that's why most people don't, is because that's what they were told. Or people will just sign up to get the discounts and the benefits of it with no intention of purchasing or with no intention of distributing it. That's why X Endurance actually came up with their XND Lite. They learned, they've been in business for a long time, just became multi-level marketing not too long ago. But what they learned was all of the good things that different multi-level marketing companies were doing and all of the things that people didn't like that they were doing. And they tried to eliminate the things that people didn't like or weren't a fan of, like purchasing a massive package right when you sign up to distribute, forcing you to spend $500, $600, $700 just to get your starter package, because the company knows that 90% of people don't sign up a single person. They want to get their cut right at the beginning. X Endurance doesn't do that. X Endurance also allows you to sign up for the membership without being obligated to distribute the product, just giving you the benefits, like an Amazon Prime. You know? So yeah, I literally got a text message this morning.
Yeah, we get these text messages all the time. By the way, I must apologize because I had the first stat wrong, and I'm like, this is what I remember, but don't. Yes, it's 70%, you guys. So 70% end up just being consumers. Okay.
Erin, do this for 21 nights and drop 42 pounds. Do you know that if I dropped 42 pounds, I would be dead? Unbelievable. You got the wrong target.
20% of all those who sign up for network marketing end up getting 2 people to be their customers
in their lifetime.
70%, not even a single customer. 20%, only 2 customers.
Which means 10%. And the average is what, 7 to 9?
5% end up getting 3 to 5 people to join their team. And 3%
get 6 to 7. So it's literally the top 2% that have a fighting chance of making, but out of how many, 100 million people?
Yeah.
How many is that then? 20.
So there is, I think that's, these stats are as of 2019, but so let's say in 2019, 100 million people in the world were enrolled in network marketing companies. 2% are literally doing 98% of the work.
That's still 2 million people, though.
Yeah.
That's still 2 million as of 2 years ago.
Look, money is abundant. Money is abundant. Just to show you that 2 million people are doing like amazing things just in network marketing, that goes to show you that money is abundant and money is everywhere. So the question is like, what's the difference between the person who has enrolled over 9 people on their team versus the person who hasn't even enrolled 1 customer? There's a lot that goes into it. And we'll go to that in further episodes. If you're joining us on, if you're joining the Team XND Summit this weekend, we're actually going to be speaking and we're going to be talking about the 4 critical steps to help you create a 6-figure income with Team XND. So you'll be getting all of the tools there. But other than that, those are the 3 key steps that you need to figure out for yourself before you join any network marketing company. There's a bunch of companies out there. The question is like, do you have all of the data? Have you asked all of the questions? And, do you have in here whatever it takes in order to be successful. And I would say like step one with regards to what's in here is, are you willing to work really hard? Are you willing to take ownership and not blame the company, not blame the products, not blame, people in your upline, but do whatever you have to do to make yourself successful? Because you guys, here's the thing. It is your duty and obligation to be successful. It's no one else's duty and obligation to help you become successful. But if you're smart enough, you'll do your part in order to make sure that you stick around those who do want to help you become successful. And we know that a bunch of you guys want to really build a business out of this. So we were like, you know what? Wednesday sessions are actually going to be sessions that will help you to, take this one step further.
This is just an amazing profile picture. Patricia, is there somewhere where we can see a projected earnings / commission chart?
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. They have all this information. It's just that it's all relative. It's all relative. It's like there are people earning 6 and 7 figures doing stuff like this, specifically doing network marketing or multi-level marketing. There are people earning 6 figures, 7 figures a year. And there are people earning $0.
There are people doing it per month.
There are people doing it per month.
Yeah.
There are people doing 6 figures.
7 figures
7
per
figures
month.
per month.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the top of the top. And you have to understand too, they've been doing it for like 20 plus years.
Or maybe less than 10, but they're just fucking relentless.
Yeah. Like grinding for that long. But that's not to say this is what you're going to make. So don't confuse that.
Don't
Just
confuse the potential with this is like a blanket statement for you.
Yeah. You could earn $0. You could earn a lot.
The reality is that if you're alive and if you're in the United States, your potential is to become a multi-billionaire. The question is, why aren't there enough multi-billionaires?
So yeah, there's that. First 3 things: buy the product, take the product, experience the product, research the company. What was the third one?
Know the stats.
Know the stats. Know the stats so that you set yourself up to succeed.
Yeah. So that you have a real expectation.
Yep.
Yeah, it's wild. But hey, we hope that you found value from today's conversation. Look, for those of you guys who are like team builders, if you found value in this conversation and you've been talking to people who kind of want to try the products or kind of want to be on your team, but they're not really sure, just share with them this video. This is exactly actually why we're doing this, is because we want to use our time to help you guys grow. Okay, so use these resources. These videos are resources. Now that we've created it, just go ahead and blast it to people who you want to join your team. Be like, yo, listen to these girls. And by the way, when you sound as the messenger and not as the one saying it, it is a lot more indirect. And it is a lot easier for the receiver to listen to something.
Yeah, we will help people get on your team. Just invite them to listen on Wednesdays. There were a couple more questions. One of them, Samantha, taxes would suck being a billionaire. Yeah, but you're still making billions. You'd really rather be a millionaire?
Nope.
Just
Taxes
because
will
taxes
actually
are higher?
not suck.
Taxes are higher. Yeah, your tax bill is going to be higher, but so is if you know the tax laws,
right,
then maybe not. So anyways, I'd rather have a higher tax bill, but also more money in my bank account than a lower tax bill and less money in my bank account.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Anyways, that's it for today, I believe. I have to highlight this.
Daisy,
that's why they're rich.
Daisy's been putting the work, learning all the things.
Sounds like you've been listening to some Kiyosaki.
Yeah, she's been listening to some good stuff. Hey, will XND ever come to Canada? I'm sure that they will. I really want them to
I
because
bet you, I have no doubt.
because I know there's a bunch of you Canadians who are absolute rock stars who've been waiting for a minute.
And in the UK.
Yeah, I can't wait for them to start opening up. But you guys, speaking of which, we're actually going to be traveling, and we're going to be gone
At the XND Summit.
We're going to the XND Summit. So that being said, there will be no espresso tomorrow or Friday. For those of you guys who are coming to the summit, we're going to see you in person. But for those of you who are not, all we can hope is that you will join Team XND eventually, and that hopefully you'll come to the summit next year.
It's not too late. It's this weekend. Like, you can buy a plane ticket right now and you book your hotel, and then we could just see you tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Not tomorrow.
Yeah, probably not tomorrow, actually. Saturday. June 12th. What's today? Wednesday.
12th, yeah.
In my mind, it's Friday. All right. But
yeah, so that being said, share this video if you found value from it and you want somebody to join your Team XND, or just, if there's anybody that you've been speaking to or
Mary Kay or doTERRA or whatever your jam is.
Yeah, whatever your jam is. Our goal is really to just help. That being said, you guys, we will see you on Monday at noon. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being awesome. So good. So good. Take care, you guys. Have a great day.
Bye.